1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 31 through 13:13. The greatest among faith, hope, and love is the giving of love. Brothers and sisters, strive eagerly for the greatest spiritual gifts, but I shall show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a resounding gong, a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy, and comprehend all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous. Love is not pompous. It is not inflated. It is not rude. It does not seek its own interests. It is not quick-tempered. It does not brood over injury. It does not rejoice over wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. If there are prophecies, they will be brought to nothing. If tongues, they will cease. If knowledge, it will be brought to nothing. For we know partially, and we prophesy partially. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I used to talk like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I put aside childish things. At present, we see indistinctly, as in a mirror, but then face to face. At present, I know partiality. Then I shall know fully, as I am fully known. So faith, hope, love remain, these three. But the greatest of these is love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not jealous. Love is not pompous. It is not inflated. It is not rude. It does not seek its own interest. It is not quick-tempered. It does not brood over injury. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Let's reread that passage and remove the word love and insert your own name. Dan is patient. Dan is kind. Dan is not jealous. Dan is not pompous. Dan is not inflated. Dan is not rude. Dan does not seek his own interests. Dan is not quick-tempered. Dan does not brood over injury. Dan does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with truth. Dan bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. It sure would be nice if those statements were true, but unfortunately they aren't. How did you do? Now, instead of using your own name, let's substitute God for the word love. God is patient and kind. God is not jealous or boastful. God is not arrogant or rude. God does not insist on his own way. God is not irritable or resentful. God does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. God bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Perfect love, a love like God has for each of us, is the kind of love that we should strive to develop in ourselves and freely give to others. Sure, we might not measure up all of the time, but that knowledge should not prevent us from trying, should it?